Splitting lesson 44 into two parts. This is part 1 and situations. All right, we have 13 is less than this thing, and this thing is less than or equal to 31. All right, that's what's going on there. What you're going to want to do before you do anything else is split this. All right, if it's all mashed together like that, you're going to want to split it into two pieces. So we have 13 is less than 4h's plus 7, and 4h's plus 7 is less than or equal to 31. Okay? All I'm doing is splitting this thing got written twice, okay? Because this thing has a relationship with the 13. It's bigger than the 13. And it also has a relationship with the 31. It's smaller than the 31. Then you're basically doing two separate problems, okay? They should be problems by this point that you know how to deal with. This is like skill 11, or it could be like skill 25, skill 35. Any of the inequality situations we've dealt with before, okay? So opposite operations, subtract 7. We get 6 is less than 4h's. Divide by 4, and we get 1.5 or 1.5 is less than h. Okay, that's half of my answer. The other half of my answer, second inequality, subtract 7. We get 4h's are less than or equal to 26. Divide by 4, and we get h is less than or equal to 6.5. Okay, so my full answer will be 1.5 is less than h, and h is less than or equal to 6.5. All right, I could also, if I wanted to, mash them back together and say 1.5 is less than h is less than or equal to 6.5, so it would look more like what's up top. Last piece, same as all of the other inequality topics, we're going to want to graph this, okay? And this will be different in a way from what we've done before, in that I've got two endpoints, okay? I've got an endpoint here. H has to be bigger than 1.5. It's not allowed to equal 1.5, so we'll have a unshaded circle there. I've got an endpoint here. H has to be smaller than or equal to 6.5. So it's allowed to equal 6.5, so we'll shade that endpoint in, okay? H is bigger than 1.5, smaller than 6.5. We'll shade from endpoint to endpoint. All right, and that's how a solution looks. Only numbers from here to here will make that true. Look at another similar situation. If you feel like you're able to handle it at this point, hit pause, try it, and then you'll be able to check yourself against me. If you don't feel like you're ready to handle it yet, watch closely, take some notes. This one's already split into two pieces. I'm going to start with the easier side. All right, so we're subtracting by 7 on both sides to get rid of a 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. We're left with negative 4m's is less than 4. Okay? Please take note of that. This is a type of problem that you guys struggle with when we have a number minus a variable term. Okay? Then the minus goes with the coefficient. It's multiplying the variable. It does not go with the 7. This is a positive 7. To get rid of a positive 7, we subtract. Okay, that's step one. Step two, divide by -4. Because I'm dividing by a negative number, my inequality direction will reverse. So we have m is greater than -1. That's half of my answer. The other half of my answer over here, strip away the numbers from m from the outside in, so the least attached is 12. So we'll subtract 12 from both sides. 2 times the quantity m minus 5 is less than 32. Strip away the 2, so divide both sides by 2. M minus 5 is less than 16. Lastly, strip away the 5. Add 5 to both sides. M is less than 21. All right, that's the other half of my answer. So M is less than 21, and bigger than -1. All right. If I want to graph that, we need 21, 0, -1 is kind of close to that. All right, those are our key points. M is not allowed to equal 21, so we'll have an open circle there. M is not allowed to equal -1, so we'll have an open circle there. M is allowed to be bigger than -1, so above -1, but it has to be smaller than 21, so below 21. Okay? So, solution, picture of the solution. That's how that works. I think I got one more example for you. Again, you should probably try this one before I do it, and then check yourself against what I've done. All right, Steve has $20 more than 3 times as much as Blanca. Blanca has B dollars. Blanca has B dollars. Steve has $20 more than 3 times. 3 times what Blanca's got. $20 more than 3 times what Blanca's got. Write a compound inequality in terms of B to show how much Steve may have if he doesn't have enough to pay the rent, $450. Does not have enough to pay the rent. This is what Steve's got. It is not enough, so it is less than $450. But does have enough to buy groceries for $150. Okay, so this is enough, so it's more than $150. All right, that is a compound inequality to match this situation. All right, again, if you couldn't interpret the situation to write the compound inequality, cool. Now, pause, try this, see if you can do at least this, and then unpause and check your solution against mine. Splitting into 2 pieces, 150 is less than 20 plus 3b, and 20 plus 3b is less than 450. I'm going to jump back and forth between these two only because this part is the same. We're going to do the same steps. Subtracting 20 first from both sides. So we got 130 is less than 3b's. All right, subtracted 20 from both sides. I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides here. 3b's are less than 430. Going to divide by 3 on both sides. So 130 divided by 3 is 43.3. All right, 43.3 is less than B. And divide both sides by 3. We got B is less than interesting. B is less than 143.3. I guess that makes sense because this number is 300 more than this number. Okay, so that's my solution. All right, now what does this solution mean? What does it mean? It's not telling us what Steve has. It's because what was B? B is how much Blanca has. So Blanca has more than $43.33. She's got less than $143.03. Okay? If I wanted to graph how much Blanca has, I would be graphing this. Okay? If I want to graph how much Steve has, I'll be graphing this red thing. All right? Steve has less than 450, more than 150. Okay? So, Blanca, 0, 43, 100, 143. All right? Endpoints have to be strictly less than this, strictly greater than that, something like this. All right, Blanca's money is somewhere in here. Okay, that is compound inequality and situations. Again, I'm splitting this into 2 parts. So that was part A. You'll work on part A and then take a look at part B for next time.